Welcome back again to the live proceedings of Rangpur Riders Last Man Stands Bangladesh League 4 second match of the day, powered by TSports. Prantor welcoming you all for this second match. Last match, Brand Sports won by 1 wicket, and that was a very intense match here at City Club ground. And we are moving on to the second one. MKR group facing Heritage Cricketers. First ball, left arm pacer, leg stump line pitching, missed it and just caught up in front of that leg stump. Appealed a lot but not given by the umpire. I think missed the leg stump very much closely there. For that, it was being turned down. Back of and delivery, a bit lower one again. Down to that leg stump line. Hit on the pad. A much down to one appeal, but no response given for that. So another dot, 2 balls, 2 dots to start on the proceedings. Length one, played from in front of that middle stump line and guided towards that cover point for a single. Single been taken. 1 on board. Fourth ball in, a bit fuller, driven nicely towards that extra cover region for a single. Dhaka League 4, it's between MKR and Heritage Cricketers. Last ball, a bit slower, but it's also guided nicely towards that cover for another single. So, a single to finish things off. Second over starting on. Length delivery nicely kept on to that leg side for a single more to rotate the strike. They're taking and dealing with those singles, playing it very soft hand. Length delivery a bit rising. Tried that cut shot, but couldn't place it properly. A dot. Heritage Cricketers and MKR back of the delivery now. Attempted cut, but couldn't just get onto the bat properly. Back-to-back dots. Again a length one, a very quicker, sheer pace from the bowler. Another dot. Lots of dots been conceded in the second over. Next ball in, driven nicely. Had a thick edge of the bat. Grounded shot towards the backward point for another single. Two overs gone. Again, shot been attempted, but lost eventually. Good bowling from the left arm seamer. Pitching in line, getting that thick swing. A nice shape of the ball, right to the keeper. So lots of dot balls been conceded so far. Fuller flicked it nicely towards that cow corner region. Single been taken nicely from there. Well fielded. It was so much smoother from the fielding side. Every bit of fielding and running between the wickets to get over and over has been top notch. They're still dealing with singles though. Again, get it low towards that leg stump line, and they just guided it gently towards extra cover for another single. They are not attempting any big shots. Few of those just missed, and afterwards it's very risk-free approach from the batters so far. Back of a length. Cut it towards point region for another single. It's been a nice bowling performance so far by the bowler. Not trying that much different. Just the basic line and length and the basic approach of bowling. Again a good length delivery. A bit of rising. Again it guided only. Softly, very softly, soft guide towards that extra cover for a single to finish things for the third over. Not a convincing cut, but it produced a single towards that deep third man region. A bit of slow and low track so far after the first match. First match was there and it produced a very nail-biting one. Again, grounded cut. Just get off from that leg stump line and cut it nicely towards that deep third man region for a single. Over pitch, straight, dead straight. Middle and off stump line, defensive approach and defensively driven. Back to the bowler, a dot again. It's been so calm and quiet for the batting side. Length one, had an edge. It's going towards that long leg region for a boundary, high up in the air. No direction at all from the batter, but for the edge, it went past through the fence for a boundary. First one. First one for the Heritage. Again, cut it nice towards that deep third man. In fact, for a single to finish things off. Fifth over starting on. What a depth cut. Very late and played it so much finer for a boundary towards that deep third man region. A nice dive from the keeper, but it was way enough. Just utilized the pace of the bowler and cut it nice. Second ball coming up. Back of a length, pulled it nicely, but for the pace, he couldn't just pull it properly. Fall onto the no man's land for only a single. Length ball driven nicely towards point. Oh, an overthrow. Totally unnecessary throw that was. In the middle of the pitch, he could easily had that throw towards the keeper. It allows the second run. Straight drive. Dead straight it is. Long off, will be cutting it off nicely for only a single, but it's a good shot there. A bit lofted, but still it was safer for a single just past side of the bowler. Again, just utilized the pace and guided towards that deep third man for a single this time. The fielder was in the squarish position. So fifth gone now. Change in voice.
Thank you so very much, Prantor. It's the second game of the day. And the sixth over of this is just about to begin. Jersey number 75, left-arm fast bowler. First ball just jabbed away towards mid-wicket for a single. It's not ace actually, it's Rangpur Riders Last Man Stands Tackle League powered by TSports. Two umpires of this game is Shafai Amin and Samir. Have been conducting the match very much precisely. Oh, that is a nice shot. That is a very good shot, even though that will not reach the fence. Nicely cut off by the fielder running from the wideish long off in fact. But this was absolutely a nice looking stroke. Treat for the eyes. Perfect cover drives which are right from the middle part of the blade. That always looks very much cozy. Down the leg side has been called as a wide, and 3 runs have been given to the batting side as per the rule of last man stands cricket. Has not been able to be impressive, jersey number 75. Let's see what he does. Next ball, back of the length. Just shoves down to the third man for a single. Doesn't have a long run up. The bowler maintains just 5 to 6 steps and then delivers the ball back of the length. Went for a wild swing of the bat. Missed the line of the ball completely. The wicketkeeper gathers the ball. Last ball of this over is just coming up. Down on one knee, that's a good shot, and that's gone all the way for 6. Yes, that's gone for the maximum. What a way to end the 6th over. The 7th over is just about to begin. We are live from City Club Cricket Ground. First ball of the 7th over. Just teared down the third man for a single. It's left arm spin after the left arm fast bowling. It was down the leg. Just was looking to whip it away. Could not make sufficient contact to negotiate this one. Third ball of this over was looking for a big swing of the bat. His bat lift went so high, which indicates he was aiming for a wild swing. But in the end, he thought it would be a wide, so didn't play this one. This delivery just came back with the arm, kept a little bit of low as well. sign of frustration in the face of the bowler. He thought it could hit the stump or the pads as well. Again, just dances down the fade, and this is very good running, very good calling, good communication between the two batters, and they have stolen a single. So that completes the over number 7, and it's time for some drinks. The commencement of the 8th over is being pressing. That's a late cut down to third man. And this has been very much evident. The batters, they have been quite willing to steer the ball down to the third man and take a single or a double. Especially the ball switcher outside the off stick. Oh, that is a lovely shot, straight as an arrow. Just a bounce over the ropes for 4 runs. Absolutely just pumps it. Just a stride forward, down on one knee, shifting the balance of its front foot and connecting the sweep with the perfection. Again, almost a similar kind of shot, and same result as well through the similar zone. It's 4 more. 8 runs from the last 2 deliveries. And this was even better. The control of the shot was far better. And a little misfielding took place for the fielder who was fielding at long on. Next ball, this time he lifts it up but doesn't find the gap. I reckon the bowler hasn't been able to use the angle usually used by the left-arm seamers like Wahab Riaz, Mustafizur Rahman. They try to create an angle and take the advantage, but he has been maintaining the channel around his pads. We haven't seen that much of movement for his bowling as well. We certainly will be back to that discussion. Another over has been done and dusted. The 9th over is in progress. Short ball, and that has been smashed over mid wicket for a flat 6. Absolutely a gift. Absolutely a gift for the batting side. He got ample time to go to his back foot and just smash this one over the fence for 6 runs. Not good bowling. Needs a rectification in terms of his length first of all and then the line. Because if you were offering this much of short ball in this format of cricket, you are going to be punished. Short ball again comes down the wicket, picks it up, and that's gone all the way for a boundary as well. A boundary after a 6. That'll boost the confidence of the batter a lot and will put the bowler in more trouble. Again was attempting for a heave, but eventually just guided towards third man for a single. This is good sensible batting. You do not need to go after every delivery. When you are seeing that this ball is not about to be hit, you take a single and double. Oh, this one just got through. That has beaten everything and gone for a boundary. 4 more runs. The bowler certainly can consider himself as unfortunate because that has evaded the batter. Could have gone onto the stumps, but that went through the wicket keeper as well. Such an expensive over this is turning to be. We have seen a couple of boundaries and an over boundary. So let's see how does this over gets finished. This time he attempts for a reverse sweep, even though couldn't make the contact. But it's all happening here at City Club Cricket Ground. Last ball of this over comes down the wicket, ends up edging it. That's, oh my words, that has gone through the legs of the fielder. I reckon that would have been cut off, but that has evaded the fielder and gone all the way for a boundary. That concludes the over number 9. The 10th over is getting comments. Off his pads, just jabbed away towards mid-wicket for a single. Oh, there has been a bit of miscommunication. Misfield, and they have stolen another run. This is good running, taking the advantage of the misfield. And the fielding team is paying the price of the sloppy fieldings. Second ball of the 10th over. Little back of the lane comes down the wicket to negotiate that one. Got the toe part of the bat. Another single is added to the card. The fine-tuning of the fielding is taking place. The deep square leg has been taken to the deep fine leg. Let's see where does he bowl. That was right above the stump. The batter just exposed his stump to guide the ball towards the offside. Missed the length 4 inches and couldn't connect the ball properly. Again, a little bit of edge, a pitch. There will be a long chase for the fielder from deep point to deep third man. Another run will be added to the board. Oh, this is good shot. This is a very clever shot. Even though that will be fielded by a fielder, because this was very much deliberate. That completes the over number 10, and there will be a change in the commentary box as well. It's Prantor Dashanoy who will be joining you for the next 5 overs.
Thank you, Ali, for handing the mic over to me. Prantor joining you for the later part of the innings. Heritage cricketers going thick and fast so far. Not that much big shots we have seen so far. So it's been a mix and match for Heritage. Next delivery right on the slot. Skidded on to that off and middle stump for a dot. Flighted, well played, straight drive, a bounce before the fence for a boundary. 1 bounce, 4 runs for the batter. Brilliantly picked. Proper cricketing shot, and they're getting boundaries so nicely. Again, a leg break. Followed that ball till the end and tried that late cut, but couldn't just get onto it. Down to keeper for a dot. Brilliantly bowled. Again a flighted, a slog sweep, out of the park, flying and flying higher. Got into the deeper for a maximum. What a shot. Now they're starting to flourish and flourish harder. Up on the bowler. What a clean strike. The bowler intended to tease the batter to go hard, but the batter trumped the bowler and trumped on and on with some high and handsome shots all over the park. Very well picked up. They want the new ball to get the proceeding. I think the ball get a bit scratched for that thumping shot towards cow corner for a maximum. Comparatively a new ball being taken. fuller one, driven nicely towards that extra cover for another single. Sensible cricket they are playing at this moment, Heritage cricketers. Another over's gone. Next over starting in, left arm orthodox spinner, a straightener from the bowler. A gentle push towards silly point for another one. Something being asked by the non-striking end batter now. I think the change of gloves or no, the retirement after getting a nice 50. Yes, click and click. A brilliant innings come to an end for this moment. Compulsory retirement after scoring 50 runs. Down to that third man for another single. Next ball, a paddle sweep, and that's a brilliant shot to clear that deep fine leg region for a boundary. Not the full face of the bat or not the full sweep from that padded on, but it clears the fence pretty high and handsome. A bit uppish, but it was safe travel for the ball towards that boundary line. Well played. Down towards deep backward point for another single. Flighted. What a catch being taken. Straight drive. The batter just walking down the track to hit that ball straight, but it was not played in full power. 93 for 1. Go over. এখন মনে হয় 2, 93 for 2. Oh. 93 for 1 at this stage. So the first one down. A brilliant catch. At first he stopped the ball, a bit fumble, but he gathered the ball in the second chance with a very cool head. 2 of the gone now. 13th will be proceeding on. Heritage cricketers are going well. Driven nicely towards that deep point for a boundary. What a shot. First up, first hit. Didn't give a chance to settle down. And it hit very well. .97 for 1 it was, and driven and again nicely the square drive towards that point. 98 for 1 now. A brilliant innings by the openers, and then a wicket. A bit of haul down, but never missed the big chances to hit over and over. Back of and delivery, driven nicely. Again, deep point fielder will be in action. Heritage moves on to 99 now. The next ball in. Fuller, it was played it in front of that middle stump to guide it towards deep backward point for another single. Single's been taken nicely. 100 brings up this single for the loss of 1 by Heritage Cricket Club. Again, back of a length, not that much height. Driven nicely towards that deep cover point for a single. 1-1 for 1 after 13. Fourteenth over starting on. Good numbers are there in the scoreboard. First ball dot, straightener from the bowler. Driven back to the bowler. A very rare dot. They are not conceding any dot balls and trying to have those singles and doubles. A bit quicker, down to leg. Brilliant paddle sweep. And it reached to the boundary line. Towards that defined leg region. What a shot. 105 now the score. A bit of change in the fielding, I think. They are bringing the deep square leg or backward square leg fielder a bit finer towards the deeper position, and a forward square leg. Length 1, straightener a bit slower. Back foot drive, but not that much wholehearted drive. Back to the bowler for another dot. Flighted, a long stride to play the straight drive, but the bowler did a fine job to grab that on his own bowling. Again, a dot. This over has gone so far good. Back of and delivery, down to leg, flicked it on towards that deep backward square leg fielder for a single to finish the 14th. Yes, 106 for 1. Heritage cricketers. You're watching Rangpur Riders. Last man stands Dhaka League 4, powered by TSports, between Heritage Cricketers and MKR, the second match of the Super Saturday. Heritage batting first, 106 runs on board. It will be 107 now towards the backward point single. A bright sunny day for cricket, and this last man stands Bangladesh, producing some brilliant matches and brilliant shots. Just feeling this taste with the cherry on the cake. A scoop, and it's flying towards that defined leg with a bounce before the fence for a boundary. 111 Nelson on board for the loss of 1. They are now converting those singles and doubles into boundaries and over boundaries. What a shot to pick up. Just walking down the ground, and a bit uppish off drive being hit towards that mid-off region for another single. 112 now on board. They'd like to flourish more because it's getting closer. Back of a lane delivery again towards that point region. A square drive. Single been taken. 1-1-3 for 1 at this stage. It's a nice one so far to pile up a big score. Back of a lane, not that much height been offered, and a half-hearted pull towards that short square leg region for a single to finish things off. 1-1-4 for 1 after 15. Change with the mic again. Alif will be joining in.
Welcome back, folks, and thank you so very much, Pranter. The first ball of the 16th over was looking to play in front of square, but eventually steers down to third man for a single. It's Rangpur Riders. Last man stands Dhaka League, powered by TSports. It's the second game of the day between Heritage Cricketers and MKR Group. Back of the lane, attempts to drive down the ground. Couldn't time it properly. Would the bowler himself collect the ball? A simple dot ball. This time a big swing of the bat, playing and missing. The bat lift went super high, and if he could connect this one, I believe this would be out of the ground. This time he connects well. But will not be more than a single. There's a direct hit, which was unintentional. And the score moves on to 115. 116 being pardoned in the loss of 1 wicket. Heritage Group, they are off to a flying start. Both of their openers did exceedingly well. This one outside off and just lashes away backward of point for a boundary. Lovely use of the feet. Connects well. and results well as well. That completes the over number 16. It's 120 for 1. First ball of the next over, that has been swung away and straight into the hands of the fielder at deep mid wicket. He was looking for a double play, but we'll have to be satisfied with the wicket. The second one down for Heritage Cricketers. It's 120 for 2. The new batter has already come out to bat. That was absolutely an important breakthrough for MKR Group because the flow of the run should have been resisted, and they are trying their best to do that. This time stayed low. The batter didn't get the height to pick this one and just send it out of the park. The swing of the bat was very much wild, but just didn't get the connection with the ball. But the intentions are pretty clear. They're looking to attack every ball, as I was just saying. Another lofted shot. Just couldn't manage to find the gap. They have been very much aggressive, the batters of Heritage Cricketers. Again, hits it hard through the covers, just to bounce over to the fence. 4 beautiful runs for Heritage Cricketers. And this is classic cricket. Just finding out the gap and taking the full advantage of that. I was just discussing about their approach and just talking about that they're going after every delivery which are able to hit, and that is what we have seen, that big swings of the bat, proper utilization of the gaps. So they're eyeing for a mammoth total from here now, Heritage Cricketers. Again, just sweeps it. There will be a long chase for the fielder at fine leg and eventually manages to stop this one. In the meantime, couple of runs will be taken by 2 batters. That completes another over. It's 127 for 2 after 17. The 18th over is on progress. The first ball just jabs it through mid wicket. Two fielders converging to stop that one. A single will be added to the scorecard. The batters are looking very much confident and easeful in the middle. They have got a solid foundation via the openers. Again, a wild swing of the bat, misses it somehow, could be an edge, just went past the bat. The bowler has been maintaining the fuller length. We have consistently seen that. Again, back of the leg, that has been lifted up, but doesn't get enough distance. Just fell short of those two fielders. The timing was not proper, and that is the reason why the placement was not perfect as well. They were eyeing for a big six over mid wicket. This time he connects well. And as I was just saying, a big six over mid wicket that has come from this delivery. Right from the middle of the blade. Sweet sound of the bat, cracking noise. And that has traveled all the way for half a dozen. Last ball of this over again and knocks him over, uprooted his off stump. And bit of celebration for the fast bowler after being hit for a six. It's his revenge time. It's 1-3-5 for 3. Last 2 overs remaining, the precious last 2 overs. One will be delivered by the left arm fast bowler. Let's see. First ball, back of the line, down the leg side. The umpire signals that was off the pad. So no white signal will be given. But a single has been taken by the batters. The bowlers of MKR group would love to keep the things as tight as possible because already they have a decent total on the board, 135. And they would love to accelerate the total as much as possible from here now as last 2 over begins. Back of the line hits it hard, but that will be straight to the fielder at deep point. Won't be more than a 1. They're striving for boundaries and over boundaries. Hasn't got 1 though in this over. There's a deep fine leg, deep mid wicket, a long on, a long off, and a deep point again. A wild swing of the bat, stayed very low. Didn't get the proper height to hit this one out of the park. Bit of chit chat between the batters. Forward ball have been done. This one, a short one, just drags it down into the cow corner, and that'll be 4 runs. Not good bowling. If you deliver a short ball in this period of the game, you will certainly be punished. With that boundary, it's 141 for 3. Absolutely, they're heading towards a 150, which has been a decent total in this form of cricket. Better delivery edges it. Goes down to the third man for a single. They were eyeing for a second one as well, but stays with a single. That completes the over number 19. Just one over remains. It's 142 for 3. The last over starts. Again, big swing of the bat. Could not make the contact. It's 142, last 4 balls remaining. Certainly they would look to take the score at least above 150 or around 150. Moves across, hits it hard, but straight to the man at deep mid wicket. They will not get a second, even though the batter came out of the crease. It's 143. Next ball, exposes his thumbs, lifts it up in the air. No fielder there, and that'll race to the fence for a boundary. Gets 4 runs closer to the 150 mark. The score is 147, just 3 short from that magical figure. Well, this is very much evident. The zone from the cover and the extra cover, that is completely vacant. So if you were offering the batter to play in that zone, you will get a boundary. He was looking to scoop this one, stopped by the keeper. Another single will be taken. So just a ball remains to end the first innings of the game. A little bit of chat between 2 batters to have the decision what to do in the last ball. But still, the cover region remains vacant. And the point region is also vacant. So this is interesting. Let's see, where does he deliver the last ball? There's a big gap between the third man and the deep point. Big swing of the bat. Has he got enough? Has he got enough? Yes, he has. That's a straight 6 to finish things off in style. This was absolutely a lovely stroke to finish the first innings by Heritage cricketers. The target would be 154. No, not 154, I reckon. It's 155. The total score is 154. So this will be a challenging task for the batters of MKR group, I reckon. Let's see whether they can chase it down or not, or not, we will be back with a live commentary in the second innings. Till then, stay with us.
Welcome back all to the second innings proceedings in the match between Heritage Cricketers and MKR Group. MKR batting first, pile down to 160, and the target will be 161 for the Heritage Cricketers. Prantor welcoming you all in this Rangpur Riders Last Man Stands Bangladesh Dhaka League 4 match powered by TSports, the first and only sports channel of Bangladesh. First ball starting on 161 is the target of spinner. Leg stump line bowling from the first ball and flicked it nicely to the square for a single to start on. And what I was thinking, the left-hand batter in obvious decision was that to bring up an off spinner to start the proceedings in the very first over and try to get the wicket of that left-hander. Early wicket, early setback will be for that. A bit uppish, flick of the wrist, but there was no fielder indeed to grab that. A single been easily taken by the batter. Heritage moves on to the second run of their run chase. Round the wicket for the right-hander. Again down to leg. Hit it onto the thigh pad, I guess. The umpire will be signaling it a leg bye, definitely. So another run been added. Keeper went on to that square leg region for collecting the ball. A bit of lower appeal from the bowler. Later on understood that it was way out of that leg stump line. This was a very much lower one. Down to leg again. A bit louder appeal from the previous one. Glanced it towards that square leg for another single and another leg bye. 4 runs on board, chasing on 161. This one is from pure bat. Again a bit uppish play from the batter. Down to square leg. Another single been taken. 5 without loss after the first over. Second over starting on. A decent first over bowled by MKR Group. Length delivery outside off. Cut it nicely towards the backward point. Single been taken. Till now, all the shots coming onto that square of the wicket. Taking singles only. No big shot offered yet by the batters. They might have gone to a bit charging shots. At least the grounded one. Defensive push. A dot. Back of a length, wide delivery. Has to maintain the natural line and length, of course, to get rid of that. Abhitapish again. A leg stump flick from there. Back of a length, picked it up nicely towards that square leg region for a maximum. What a shot it was from the batter. Brilliantly picked. Bowled at the spot. And he picked it up nicely from his power slot to have a six, a huge one, the first one in fact in this innings. Length delivery, high up in the air, flicked it high, keeper underneath it, and it grabbed it nicely for a catch. What a catch! Running behind from his crease and get the ball till the very end and grabbed it so beautifully to have the first wicket, first scalp. "13 for 1 after 2. Cunning bowling from the bowler. He was watching that. He just plays close to his body part and only picks up nice towards that leg side region. For seeing that, he just squeezed his length and got that to a good length bowling, just a bit rising towards that leg and middle, and he picked it up for a nice catch. A brilliant take from the keeper. Running back is never easy for any sort of fielder. Next over in, good length ball, rising up nice, pushed it towards that square leg for a single to start the third over. "14 on board for the loss of 1. Round the wicket bowling from the right hand spinner. What a shot! It's been hit nicely towards the cow corner region for a 6. Picked the length nicely and picked the bowler down to the park for a huge 6. Brilliant hit from the batter. Quicker armour it was, trying that angle and guided towards that deep third man for a single. Round the wicket bowling, short of length, not that much height. Guided for another single. Length delivery, cut it late and cut it nice for another single to finish things off. Third gone. 23 for 1 after 3. Fourth over starting on. Late cut, very genuinely cut. It's a boundary towards the deep third man region. What a shot from the batter. Waited and waited long and played it very late. Exquisite shot for a boundary. 4 to start on the fourth over. Brilliant execution. Shot of length. It's hit it nice. Down on his knees and pulled it short beautifully towards that square leg for a 6. What a shot. 6 followed by a 4. So 10 runs in the first 2 balls. Not an ideal start by the bowler. Down on his knees and just picked the length ball so perfectly for that square leg region for a pull. I think the change of ball is obvious because of it's getting hit at the wall. A bit damage done, I guess. And another ball's being taken. Two balls, 10 runs, 33 on board. Not a good start by MKR with the ball. They ended up nicely with a home run in the very last ball of their innings. And it resulted for 12 runs. So from 148, it went on to 160. And the target was 161. The reason is that the home run rules counted in for MKR group. The last ball, if you can hit an over boundary, you will be awarded with double of a 6. Third ball starting on. Again it gets lower. Cut it late towards that point region for a single. Sensible batting. Driven nicely, square drive towards that point for another single. Last ball coming on your way. Left arm orthodox spinner, angling it nice. Length delivery a bit rising. Appeal from the keeper and the bowler, but it signaled as a leg by. So another single been taken. After 4, it's 36 for 1 for Heritage Cricketers. Fuller and driven nicely towards that cow corner region. A fumble, single been taken, but they were trying to have another run, but being stopped for that single only. So the fifth over starting on. A bit lower and guided nicely towards that point region for another single. They're playing very sensible cricket. Heritage cricketers. Both of them going very strong and stronger from here. Third ball. Very much slower but directed wrong towards that outside leg region for conceding a wide. If he bowls another wide, 3 more runs will be awarded. So he won't be definitely bowling that wide. A chit chat in the middle. a bit of halt in the match. We're getting back in for the action. 2 balls gone. In fact, the third one was wide. 39 on board without any miss happening, just for only a wicket. Lane delivery, a slower of cutter been provided, single been taken, a thick edge from the bat. So another single been taken. Pulled it nice towards that mid-wicket region for another single though. Only a ball left of the 5th. Flighted delivery it was, and it stroked nicely towards that cow corner region for a 6 to finish 5th over. What a shot it was. Down on his knees and swept it nice. 47 for 1 after 5. And change in voice. Alif will be joining in shortly.
Thanks a ton, Prantur. The 6th over is about to begin. The first ball is outside off. Signaled wide by the umpire. It's 47 for 1 after 5. And with this wide, it's 48 for 1. Not an ideal start by the bowler. Having a very short run up. And attempting to generate some serious pace, and that's a no ball. Oh my words. First one was the wide, and this one is a no ball, so it means it will be a free hit as well. And he is rendering a free license to the batter to hit the ball anywhere to the ground. Not a start he was looking to. Looks absolutely frustrated. And he should be, because the start he has made, that is absolutely nightmaric. Right, this is the free hit ball, back of the leg, hits it hard, hits it high. A fielder is getting underneath this one, but falls short. The hit was crunchy, but just didn't get the elevation. Couldn't make the full use of the free hit. Nevertheless, they will pick up a single run. Just dabbed away towards point for a single. Good comeback by the bowler though. Again outside off. I reckon this should be called as commentator's curse. As I was just appreciating his comeback, again he made a fumble and delivered a white ball. Utterly a shaky start of the pads. Just glanced away towards mid-wicket for a single. So that completes the 6th over. It's 51 for 2. Begging pardon, 53 for 1. The 7th over is getting started. The leg spinner comes out. This was the wrong one. Just tucked away behind the square leg for a single. Jersey number 77. Oh, that's a big shot. That's gone up in the air. That should be taken, but sadly no one is near the ball. And that fell in the no man's land. My words. Absolutely a miscued shot. Was not in the control whatsoever. But he was fortunate enough to get saved from being out. Oh, this is a majestic delivery. Fly, turn, and some extra bounce. Is absolutely surprising the batter. That's a test for a wicketkeeper as well for this sort of deliveries. He needs to be very alert. Oh, again! Appeal! Huge appeal! No! Said with umpire. This is some magnificent stuff. And actually he is reminding me of Samuel Badri. His jersey number was also 77 and his action is quite similar to Samuel Badri as well. Oh, bit of turn as well, inducing an outside edge. Going down to third man for a single. And that is the end of a magnificent over. It's 55 for 1. Bit of left arm spin for the next over. Very good bowling, very good bowling. Pitching in the full length, generating some extra bounce from the surface. And just bemusing the batter. Next ball, that has been pulled away and that's gone straight down the ground for a 6. Wonderful strike. The sound tells it all. That has come from the sweetest part of the blade. Well, I have just one complaint with that delivery. That was too short. The batter got adequate time to negotiate that one. Just went on his back foot and just swatted that one straight down the ground for a 6. Another single will be taken from the next delivery. Another run will be added to the card. Well, in this sort of pitches, you cannot pitch the ball in the short length. Again, rising up delivery that has been cut away. Bit of work for the fielder running from the point. As I was just discussing that nothing short will be allowed. Unless the batter makes a mistake, you will have to be punished. So the bowler needs to be aware of the fact that he cannot bowl short. Short balls are the gift for the batters. Picks it up again, up in the air. Two fielders converging for that. And the fielder from Whitey Shillongon collects this one. So the score moves on to 68 now after 8 overs. It's 68 for 1. Begging pardon, that was the end of the 7th over. The 8th over just beginning here. Well played, nicely negotiated this one. Goodling delivery was not rising up. Just a touch shot and just steered down to third man for a single. He has been very much impressive right from the word go. His pitching, his turn bounce, everything has annoyed the batters. This one was keeping low though. And these are the variations. Some balls are just getting some extra bounce and these are just staying low. So it creates ambivalence in the minds of the batter whether I should negotiate this one in the front foot or the back foot. And this is how you pick up the wicket. Yes, that's it. Good length delivery was rising up. Absolutely surprised the batter. He was looking for a pull shot. Missed it completely. I reckon due to that ambivalence. So yes, this is very good bowling. Very good variation and mix-up by the bowler. Again, just a drive. Down to backward point for a single. Yes, this was the quicker one. Appeal, appeal. Wide signal by the umpire due to extensive turn. So over number 8 is gone at 72 for 1. Well, the over was not done yet. Another was about to be bowled. And a single has been picked up in the last ball. So yes, now that's the end of the over. And that is the end of the 8th over. It's 73 for 1. First ball of the next over that has been steered down to third man. Will just be a single though. Driven firmly down the ground, and that's a boundary. That was a valiant effort by the fielder, but eventually he was unable to stop the ball. And that was a rocket pace shot, my words. struck firmly down the ground with lot of authority. Even though the fielder had a commendable effort, but in the end, that wasn't even enough to stop the ball. Again pulled away towards mid-wicket. There will be some work for the fielder who is standing at deep mid-wicket. The batters are going in great guns. Comes down the wicket again, nudges it down the ground. The intentions are very much clear. They want to play aggressive and wrap up the game as quick as possible, and that is why they are trying to. Again, a big shot, but straight into the hand of the fielder. Another wicket falls down, and that is a very crucial breakthrough. He is utterly disappointed with himself, shaking his head. Was not a very well thought shot. Exactly right into the throat of the fielder. It's 80 for 2. Right, the new batter has come down to bat. That has been cut away. Bit of fumble by the fielder at third man. And that is the beginning of the 10th over as well. The previous over ended with the wicket. And the 10th over begins with some leg spin. The mysterious jersey number 77, who has been bamboozling the batters of MKR group. Oh, again, as I was just saying, flight and turn beats the batsman with all ends up. Flight again, but this one just stayed with the arm. Didn't turn that much as the previous one. Hits the pad straight away. The bowler peeled himself, even though the fielders and the wicket keeper, they were not interested. Off his back foot, just punches down the ground. And that'll be an easy couple for the batters. Oh, again. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful bowling. Again beating the batter with the turn. So that is the completion of the 10th over. It's 84 for 2. And there will be a change in the commentary box as well. Prantor Das Anoy will be joining from the 11th over.
Thank you, Alif, for welcoming me in again. Prantor, here are we at the last man stands, Bangladesh. Dhaka League 4, first ball. Outside off. Quicker off break. Batter went on for that lofted drive towards that long on region. I think there was a touch. The keeper was excited, very excited. Same as the bowler. They are still approaching and appealing, but the umpire did not move a bit for turning it down. Driven nicely towards that long off region for a single, so the shout was very loud from the bowler and the keeper, especially from the keeper just behind of the stump, and he was roaring and roaring for the appeal. Lofted sweeps, flying high, just a bounce before the fence for a boundary. What a shot it was. Down on his knees, flighted. Flighted up in the air, and the sweep was beautiful. Nice sound of the bat. Quicker arm around the leg and cut it back nice on the back foot for another single. So sensible bowling, trying to get back the batter onto his back foot more, of not getting proper elevation. Again, back foot drive towards super cover for a single. Another single been taken. Overs gone. After 12, it's 91 for 2. Nicely cut towards the deep backward point region for a single. .92 on board. Outside off, cut it nice onto the back foot for a single towards that deep third man region for another single. They're dealing with singles this time. Waiting and waiting for the loose delivery and then punishing it. That's the simple strategy to just hold down the target. Again, lower, Cut it nice again. The same result. A single. Nice rise of the ball. Length one. Tried to hit the ball but missed it completely. Left it behind for a dot. Back foot drive onto that sweeper cover region for another single. This game is getting tight and tight. Another over's done. After 12, it's 95 for 2. Third in was starting on with a good length delivery, deliberately played towards that cover point in the deeper side for another single. Going on to nicely. 96 on board. They're not in hurry. Cut it nice. No chance for the deep third man. A boundary and 100 brings up this shot. Brilliantly played. Deliberately again. Making the space for that cut and cut it very late. Sheer timing this was. No chance for the keeper to grab the ball. 100 on board. Exactly 61 runs needed now. Short length delivery, pulled it nice. What a shot it was. It's a huge 6. Brilliantly played. Absolutely a loosener from the bowler. Irish cricketers flying on and on high. 106 now. 55 runs required. Over pitch delivery, down the leg. A wide signaled. 107 now on board. They are losing this match, losing the grip of this match. Undoubtedly. Only 2 down. Brilliantly played. Nice off drive towards that long off. Fielding from that widest long off region for another single. 108 on board. Getting on nice and fine here. Guiding balls pretty well. Back of full and delivery, not that much height. Flick of the wrist towards that square leg, backward square leg region. For another single. Sensible batting. Overs gone now. 13th gone. It's 109 for 2. Fourth was starting on. 109 for 2 after 13. Fourth was starting on. Quicker armor it was. Cut it nice. It's going to the fence. Yes, it is. Clearing the super cover region for a boundary. What a way to start the 14th. First ball, hit back for a boundary. Went on to his back foot. A strong cut. This was a sheer brilliance from the batter. Length delivery again, driven nicely towards that deep cover point for another single. Playing sensible and playing smart. 114 for 2 now. 114 on board. It won't be that much tough from here to win this match. Again, length delivery. Cut it nice towards that deep point region this time. Eyeing onto that vacant position from point to that extra cover and wideish long off. Driven towards long off for a single more. 116 for 2 now. Staying back strong. Back foot driver this time for the bowler's length. Good length rising towards that leg stump, and he couldn't just manage the space to drive it openly. A dot to finish. 116 for 2 after 14th. Fifteenth over starting on. Over pitch, onto the pad and leg. Driven nicely towards that long on. They were teasing for the second run, but being stopped by both of them. Good communication and good running between the wicket, I must say. Length delivery, back foot cut, and cut it nice. It's a boundary. They're scoring runs so silk and smooth that you are not just getting on to those big shots, but still you will be seeing the scoreboard ticking and ticking every moment for runs, and it moves on to 1-1. 121 for 2. Brilliant partnership between these two batters. You have to say they're eyeing on big. Again late cut. Utilizing the huge gap between that point and extra cover region. The deeper position fielder coming on and on for getting back the ball toward the bowlers or the keeper. Again, driven nicely towards the super cover region. Well fielded. Only a single been taken. That's been the beauty of their batting so far in this innings. As I was saying, they were going so much silk and smooth that you'll be never getting on that much concentration that runs been scored. Pulled it away, but a V zone pull, a bit stopple pull, and getting on bounces in front of the fielder for a single. So a single to finish the 15th. 1-4 for 2. 16th over starting on. 1-4 for 2. Heritage cricketers. MKR just losing the grip. Oh, a low full toss. Outside off. Couldn't just utilize properly. Lofted on drive. Couple of bounces before the fielder. Single been taken. He got down on his knees a bit early to pull that shot wholeheartedly. Down the track. Straight drive attempted, but trumped by the bowler. Caught the batter very early and saw him down the track to hit that long for that region. Lengthed it nice. A lofted straight drive high up in the air, but the deeper fielder won't be able to get it down onto that no man's land. 2 runs been taken easily. Good effort from the fielders from the deep extra cover region. Single been taken. Doubles have been made so easily. So singles, doubles, and with those boundaries and over boundaries, it's been easy. Flick of the wrist. Deep mid wicket will be clearing it off for another single. Scoreboard moves on to 1-8 for 2. Back of a length, not that much height, it enough. Cut it towards that point for another single. 16th gone. It's 1-9 for 2.
There's a bit of change in the commentary box. It's Salif who is joining you. The first ball of the 17th over, that's way outside off, will be signalled as a wide by the umpire. MKR group, they are chasing a total of 164. 161 being pardon. Low full toss right into the block hole. Very good bowling. Will just be a single. Just shoves towards deep cover region for a single. Good bowling by the bowler. With just a very little run up, the pace he is generating, that's gone up in the air and that's gone all the way for 6. What a good looking shot that was. Lovely, lovely piece of timing on that occasion and just dispatched for an over boundary with that 6. And that is a 50 for him as well. So he has to go back to the pavilion because this is the rule of last man stands cricket. If a batter scores a 50, then he has to retire and provide the chance to the next batter. So Polash comes out to bat. Applauses by his teammates. The team total moves on to 137. The new batter taking his guard will be facing the fourth ball of this over. Back of the length, pulls it, but doesn't get adequate contact. They're coming back for the second. A quick throw can be lethal. The throw wasn't quick enough. And then the wicketkeeper, he is absolutely miffed with the fielders. The team total moves on to 139 now. Still they're requiring 22. This is going to be another very close encounter. Full toss. Couldn't make it count. Just drags it down to long on for a single. It is the second game of the day between MKR Group and Heritage Cricketers. Again, a big shot, big swing of the bat. The ball is flying high and drop. My words, how could you drop this one? This could be another wicket, but fortunate in this occasion. The fielders and the wicketkeeper, everyone is in disbelief. This is absolutely a dolly. They're saying, how could you put this one down? How could you put this one down? Anyways, that completes the over number 18. It's 142 in the loss of 2 wickets. Last 2 overs are getting commenced. First ball of the 19th over, that has been hit hard. Down towards cow corner, they're eyeing for a second run. Bit of miscommunication initially, but till the very end they have managed to take a couple of runs. It's 144. They're needing 17 out of 9 deliveries. Still, it's anybody's game. That's a Yorker dragged down the ground. Thought of a second run, there can be a trouble, but eventually he just went back to his crease. So no damage done. Oh, just paddles it. Clever, very much cunning. Just picks it with the perfection and guides it through fine leg for a boundary. That is an astonishing shot. Very much astute stuff from the batting side. Another 4 runs will be added to the total, and it's 149 for 2. They are needing just 11. Low full toss. Initially they thought of a second, but stays with a single. This time gets down on his knees. stays with a single. 150 comes out for MKR Group. It's 151 for 2 after 19th over. And they are needing 10 runs in the last over. Let's see who wins this battle. The last over is getting started. The bowler is just making the fine tuning of the field placement. There's a deep fine leg, deep mid wicket, long off, long on, deep cover and the deep third man. Starts with a dot. The batter was appealing for a wide. This was way outside off. That is the reason why they were looking for a wide. So that's a dot ball. This will be called as a wide. No chance of a second thought here. Down the leg side, way outside the leg stump. So that must be called as a wide. Needing 9 now. Big shot comes up from the batter, but straight to the man at deep third, not third man actually, deep mid wicket. It's 153. They are needing 8 from 4 balls. Let's see. Not 4 balls, in fact 3 balls. 8 to get from 3. Let's see who wins. It's still anybody's game. Anything is possible. He is making the fine leg a bit finer. So there's a big gap between fine leg and deep mid wicket. Lifts it up and gone! What a magnificent catch that is! Has it been taken? Yes, it has been taken. But couple of runs will be added to the card since the batter have crossed over the 22 yards couple of times. It's 155 for 3. And now they are needing 6 of last 2 deliveries. Right, 6 to get from 2. 6 to get from 2. Who will win this battle? Is it MKR Group or Heritage Cricketers? It's tension all around the park. The umpire, the batting side, the bowling side, everyone is having some nerves. Right, there was a mess with the scorecard, and the players and the umpires were just discussing to sort the problem out. So it's 6 runs needed from 2 deliveries. That is what the question is. Swing and a miss. They're going for a run, and that's a run out. It was never a run there, but nevertheless, they ran for it and paid the price of it with a run out. So it's 6 needed from the last ball. Ahad will be the new batter. He'll be on strike. He'll face his first delivery where he has to hit a 6 to make his team win. It's an acid test for him. Let's see. Can he pass here or not? Right, it nerves all around. Everyone is very much jittered. The batters, the bowlers, the umpires are also alert. Some changes are made in the field placement. The fine leg has been brought in front. In fact, there is no third man now. The third man has come in the sweeper cover, and the fine leg, he has been moved on to the deep point. There's deep mid wicket, there's a cow corner, and a long on. And certainly there has to be a long off, so very much interesting field setup. No one is backward of point or backward of square leg. And here's the last ball, 6 to get! Hits it hard, but doesn't find the over boundary, and yes! They have won it! They have sealed the game, and they have won it by 4 runs. It's jubilation all around the park, elation by the fielders of MKR Group. It's a hard-fought victory for them, a nail-biting finish of the game. Heritage cricketers, they have also tried their best, but sadly they have lost this encounter. So this is the end of the game. Heritage cricketers, they have won this one by 4 runs. So this is the conclusion of the second game of the day. We will be right back with a live commentary and broadcast of the third game. Till then, stay tuned, stay with us.